Gamers, I became a Nintendo insider in 7 hours without knowing anything by Good Vibes Gaming. Now, we watched the beat-em-ups one, which will be linked in the description, and it's safe to say, I was not a fan of how he decided to conduct that dogshit social experiment, and I wasn't too happy with it. But apparently, it's been already done before. Someone has already played these games before. So, how did Good Vibes Gaming stack up compared to that beat-em-ups fiasco? Let's find out.
Whoa. Hi, I'm John Cartwright, and for 2 days privately and 7 hours publicly, I was Waddle Dee Knows, a Twitter account with 0 followers that managed to get 2,000, and I did this in 7 hours by telling a bunch of lies.
We love John Cartwright. This is not a debatable opinion. Well, he's already English, so he's already winning. He already has a soothing, dulcet English tones, so I already like him.
So the point of this account was never to be malicious. The plan was always to last a single day and mislead as few people as I possibly can. However, this was meant to last a few hours longer than it did, but unfortunately it was reported on by some outlets, and it got a bit too big, so I had to end it early. But people are responding pretty well to this. I think we're all kind of fed up of the insider.
I will say, already he's getting off to a good start. Like, once he realized it was catching a little bit of traction, he immediately deleted it, which I would say is a good thing. He went on an alt account that had no followers, which I'd say is a much more interesting test of how far elite can spread. So already he's off to a brilliant start.
Culture and everyone pretending they know stuff. So I just wanted to demonstrate how easy this is to do. So I'll show you some behind the scenes of how this started, how the account was made, and how I managed to pull all of this off. So without further ado, let's get into the origin of Waddle Dee Knows. So the first part of this account was the branding. So I did some research to see what other accounts just like this one kind of do, and most of them tend to have a friendly Nintendo character in the avatar. So I was thinking, like, come on, what's the best avatar I can go for?
I think the only one I'm familiar with is Pyoro. That's the only leaker that I know by name. But yeah, I think that's generally a good shout, I would say.
Then of course, this little guy from the Kirby and the Forgotten Land trailer. He's relevant, he's cute, and I'd trust him if he told me that Encounter was getting a game by Bandai Namco. I'd believe him.
Same.
I wrote down typing the name in though. Waddle Dee Knows. Why did anyone believe that?
It is a bit stupid, but listen, people want to believe what they believe, man.
And I put NCL in his border. Nintendo's headquarters.
It was very on the nose, and yet people fell for it. They fell for it again, brother.
People still believed it. So it was almost bordering on parody with the branding, with the icon, with the name. But
I also like how his shelf has actual footprints. But yeah, like, if I rate in the background, I don't rate the gamer chair. I've had one of these chairs before, chat. They are dog shit. They are not good for your back. So I would say, John, how old was it, 3 years ago? I hope in the last 3 years, you've gotten a better chair. These chairs are a joke. If you're a serious gamer, you would not get a gamer chair, and that's not a joke. You'd get a nice office chair, a good lumbar support, okay? And I need to replace mine because mine's getting a bit wonky. That's what you get. The chair sucks, but I do like the background though. The background is nice. Couple of consoles there. We've got 2 N64s, 2 SNESes. Good lord, a bit excessive on the SNES front, but I love all the Zelda theming. Like, you put some thought into it. It's not just I want to put a stack of games behind me. Zelda, a bunch of Zelda stuff. Is it fair to say you like Zelda? I like it. Zelda poster just off there as well. This wall here is a bit empty. Maybe it could have used another poster here just to round that space. I see the Zelda Game Watch. I have one of those. I have one of those too. Oh my god, I know what that is. Yeah, it's nice. Other than the gaming chair. The gaming chair lets them down. Gaming chair's a scam. What is it looks cool. It's like literally style over substance. Like if you're someone who does this for a living, you're going to be in your chair all day. So you want your chair to be comfortable. You want your chair to have like nice back support, you know? Now, generally, I tend not to lean back on my chair a lot because obviously you guys can't hear me as well. But like, I know when I'm like editing and I'm sitting back in my chair, do you know what I mean? I'm relaxing. You gotta be relaxed. You gotta have a nice chair. These ones don't offer that.
Maybe it's just become so common that we don't even see it as satire or parody. We just this is just what these accounts do, and we're kind of in that culture. And I think that's the reason people believe this in the first place. I don't blame anyone for believing in this. I think we've just been conditioned to be a part of all this because it happens every month, every week. People do this kind of thing, and I just wanted to demonstrate that we shouldn't be trusting this stuff because
I think the issue is it's not the conditioning that I would say is the issue. The issue is that for every person who has fallen for it and won't fall for it again, there is another person that just got their first iPhone at 13 years old. Does that make sense? Like, I know I fell for, like, for me, I don't know about what it was for you guys. For me, it was Sonic in Melee. That was my, oh my god, but then the internet lied to me. And I was like, okay, grain of salt. For every single person that has that experience, there's somebody who has yet to have that experience and needs to have that experience. I think that's the issue with these leaks. That plus confirmation bias plus but like generally I would say that's the big thing. That's the big thing that I think encapsulates most of these. On top of, you know, confirmation bias, people just like hearing the good things, and you know, like all of that jazz that we heard from the shitty beat 'em ups video. I think it's mostly that. I think that's the issue.
It's so
mine was Rayman in Smash 4, Waluigi in 64 DS, Luigi and Mario, L is real, yeah. Yeah, for me it was Sonic and Melee. I think, what was it? I was told to wipe my data from my memory card to start again. And that's what kind of, like, yeah, I did that, and I had to unlock all the characters again. I mean, honestly, I had to unlock all the characters again because we fell for it again award. I do appreciate this video having a much more calmer, like, style compared to the other ones, where it's edited like we witnessed the murder scene. Yeah, I think the editing helps this one out too, because he's just kind of like, just chill about it, you know? Definitely giving positive vibes, Mr. Brooks.
So easy. So you may be wondering, John, how the heck did you manage to get a huge chunk of the direct correct? Because if we go through this account, yeah, there's quite a few surprises in there, quite a few hard to guess ones too. So to start off, all the specifics about the direct itself, when it's being announced, when it's airing, how long it is, what kind of direct it is. So how I got this was I put in every date of February possible. I didn't do the weekends because directs don't tend to air on weekends, but every weekday was put into this account.
Oh, that's cheeky! I like that! That's crazy! So he privated them, so when he unprivates them, it says, oh my god, this guy was real! Oh, see, that's how you do it. That's good. I would never have thought about that. I actually would never have done that before. That is amazing. Genuinely amazing. Holy shit, that is clever. I would never have thought about that personally. Because I'm just like, yeah, how did you know it? How did you, like, predict it beforehand? But, like, yeah, but he just put in every date. Genius. It's so simple, but it's so brilliant.
And I got very lucky with the first tweet, because the first one was direct announcement is coming tomorrow. I didn't do that for every single day, because that would take way too much time. Happy accident. And by the way, one big component how all of this was sort of covered up, the account was private. No one could have seen it. I can delete as much as I want, and no one's going to have any trace of that, because no one would have ever seen these tweets. The first leak was Breath of the Wild 2 is not shown. And this was one of many Breath of the Wild 2 leaks. I had Link can fly, I had Link can pet the dog, and it's showcased in the trailer. Like, it's like a spotlight. I've got
so he just put as many whack predictions as possible. Deleted all the whack ones and kept the correct ones. God damn.
Some weird stuff.
God damn, I like it.
I predicted that weren't in here too. Mario Odyssey 2. I was kind of betting it would focus on Peach, but the game didn't air at all, so, well. And then we've got Splatoon. Salmon Run is back. So this direct only focused on Salmon Run for Splatoon. But of course, that was not my guess initially. Salmon Run is back was one of the very last things I tweeted about Splatoon, because before that it was like, oh, there's an open world campaign, there's a bunch of new multiplayer maps, everything's back from the prior games. But Salmon Run is back ended up being the whole focus, so deleted all the others. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gets very specific and accurate to what the game actually was. And how I achieved this was I stole the rumour from someone else. So Imran Khan for...
He just did a little bit of yoink, a little bit of Gamer JGB, a little bit of yoink.
Fanbyte made this exact rumour last year. And this is something many grifter accounts do. They take other people's rumours, they sort of, like, shuffle them in with their own, and then it's credible, because some...
Oh! What he's calling out the grip. Oh my god! That is brilliant! You know what? I like this guy already. You know what? Matthew Smart, you were right. A real man never speaks ill of this guy. I forgot his name was.
Even though it belongs to someone else. But who cares? Because we got the credibility, baby. Next Level Games doing Mario Strikers. Again, I put all their franchises. Luigi's Mansion, Punch-Out... So, happy that happened. Valve games coming to Switch, that sort of came out of nowhere. I'm preparing a Valve video right now, so Valve's on the brain. And I thought, yeah, it could happen. It did happen. I didn't specify
John Cartwright.
And in fact, later on, I kind of doubled down on this after the account was sort of blown up. I said Valve games because it's not just Portal, it's also Half-Life. And one person with like 50,000 followers retweeted this, and they said, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about. I have no...
Oh, man, you should have named and shamed. You should have named and man, you're too these people are too nice. Oh, man, John, if I was you, some people would be getting fucking cooked in the quote retweets, brother. This is why I can't have a big channel, guys. This is why you guys cannot let me have a big channel. Because I'd be hooking and cooking. You'd be gone.
No clue about Portal.
Oh, man.
But thank you, Guy, for giving credibility to Waddle Dee knows.
English is too nice. Maybe it's the Somali in me. The feisty, the stubborn Somali in me is coming out, you know? John covers interesting facets of gaming when he can. He also has a Korean voice. Yeah, I could see that. Bloody hell, look, with a voice like this, he was made for voice acting. I've had some people tell me I should do voice acting. I'm like, nah. No, this guy, though, I would tell him he should do voice acting.
I gave myself away a little bit with this one, and people noticed. So one tweet says NES and Super Nintendo Online are still getting games, by the way. It is, and Earthbound is, and Earthbound's even specified. But I say Earthbound is one of them. Earthbound's the only one. There's Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings. So my original list had Murasame Castle, and a bunch of other stuff. But no, Earthbound was the only one. So if that were to be believable, I should have just said Earthbound, and Earthbound Beginnings is coming to NES Online, but no. Instead we have this really weird sentence structure.
Listen, man, you could always write that off. You could write that one off. Thanks so much, CJ. Love this video because of journalistic intent. Wow, it's almost as if this is how you should do it. Wow!
Triangle Strategy getting a demo? Of course it is. Bravely Default 2 did. Octopath Traveler did. It makes sense. And I think Chocobo Racing was another one. Chocobo GP. I said Cloud's going to be playable. Cloud was playable in the first game. Of course he's going to be playable. But for some reason he's in like a season pass. That's weird. That's weird square. With Fire Emblem, I got very lucky. I said Koei Tecmo is working on a new Fire Emblem. Yeah, of course they are. They did 3 houses. It makes sense that they are. But I was betting they would do another 3 houses kind of game. I was not betting that they would do a Warriors game, because Age of Calamity was so recent, but they are. And it just kind of worked that Koei Tecmo are doing a Warriors game, because technically, this tweet is not a lie. They are. Koei Tecmo are.
So you're putting the machinations in place, brother. You're putting the machinations. He's evil. You're saying I'm evil? He's evil. This guy's evil. This guy's mega evil.
On Fire Emblem. I had a bunch of vague tweets that could have been correct. A big early PS4 game getting ported. No Man's Sky. Hi, No Man's Sky. So I had like 200 tweets I had to clean up. And honestly, I was thinking of cancelling this idea, because after the Direct aired, I thought to myself, did I really get any of this? And I was cleaning up, and by the end I was like, oh, actually, this is most of it. Like, there's obviously big ones that weren't in there, but this is most of it. And the big one that was missing was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. So I kind of tried to play it off as if that was normal not to know. And you know what? Maybe it was normal not to know. A lot of development teams are very secretive. So sometimes even the person who knows the most stuff, even the person most involved or positioned in a company, might not know of a game, just because it's so secret. So basically what I said was, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC was a surprise. Doesn't seem many people outside the dev team knew it was coming up. I think that's actually quite a reasonable thing to say. Insiders don't know everything. Even proper, legitimate insiders.
I feel like he got enough right to kind of like, to be legit, you know? Like, if someone gets like 80% of a direct right, you're probably going to believe it. You're probably like, yeah. I think that's probably what you got. I think you got enough right to trick enough people, you know?
Don't know everything. And by the way, if you do know something, and you're positioned in a company, you will still not know enough to run a dedicated account. Any account that is specifically an insider, dedicated to posting rumors and leaks. Every day, every couple of days, every week, they are not legit. There's no way any account does that. There are people like Practical Brush on Reddit. This guy's basically nailed a bunch of directs, but the way he does this is he only comes out every now and then.
Yeah, insiders sometimes get leak bait, so they're not immune to having their track record. Yeah, I would say the fact that he got some wrong, or got some messed up, probably adds to the credibility, I would say. If he got like a lot of them perfectly bang on, then it'd be a bit weird. I think even more sus. So him muddling some up actually works in his favor.
Only when needed. He's not just posting rumors all the time. But yeah, now that this is all done, I made the account public, and to bring some attention, I made a fake Twitter account. But this didn't work. So I made an account called Cooper the Slow, and unfortunately it seems that no one wants to listen to an account with 0 followers and 0 tweets to promote another account with 0 followers and 0 tweets. So, I went to Game FAQs and I made another account. And this one, again, has no posts, no history. And people did call this out. But it didn't stop the account growing. The Game FAQs thread has 10 pages now. This is editing, John. It's actually 20. This ended up on...
You went to Game FAQs? Oh, that's also extra cheeky, right? Game FAQs is like a smaller forum. People are much more likely to see it even if they think you're bullshit. You know, that's cheeky. Like, if I was going to leak something, I'd go to Game FAQs, 100%.
On Resetera, on Fama boards, on 4chan, on Reddit. It kind of went everywhere. So I thought, how do we keep this up? What do the other accounts tend to do?
What do they tend to do? I don't know, to be honest. Do they tend to like stick around and convince people, or do they just like post and ghost? I actually have no idea what leakers do, because I don't really look at leaks, so I actually have no idea. So you tell me.
And there's a few things you can do.
Okay.
I didn't do all the steps I could have done, but one thing I did do was tell people what they want to hear. So I said that GoldenEye is coming. And
Yeah, just feed them bullshit. Just feed them all the bullshit they want. Mr. Directman, new Animal Crossing? Yes, new Animal Crossing. Mr. Directman, are we going to get Mario Strikers Charged for the Wii remake? You are going to get a Mario Strikers Charged Wii remake. That's brilliant.
The reason I said GoldenEye's coming is because, one, that's already a rumor, and two, people want to see GoldenEye. So
Actually shameless. He's like, I'm just going to tell you what they will fucking want to hear. Ow!
We're going to see all these rumors and be like, this guy seems to know what he's talking about.
That's brilliant.
I want GoldenEye. I'm going to trust him. That's the general gist.
Yeah.
You tell people what they want to hear after showing a semi-successful success rate. And then I said obvious stuff, because obvious stuff is really easy to get right, and people can go, they got this right, they're legit. So the obvious thing I said was Mario Strikers is going to have the drip feed approach. We kind of saw the roster in the trailer.
Yeah, that's like a layup. Holy shit. Did people fall for that? That's a layup. And people still fell for that?
And it looks tiny. So much like Aces and Super Rush, I predicted that we are not going to have all the characters at launch, and we're getting more. And I specified Pauline and one of the Sand Kingdom NPCs. This was never going to be proven right because the account was never going to exist for very long, but this is the kind of thing these accounts do. They just try and play you with very obvious things. And another obvious thing I said was Half-Life 2 is coming. Now that might not seem that obvious, but the company porting Portal to Switch is Nvidia. And Nvidia ported not only Portal, but Half-Life 2 to the Nvidia Shield console, so it makes sense that Half-Life 2 would be coming as well. But then I wanted to post something unexpected.
Like?
And the reason I did this is because this account was looking pretty safe. We have a bunch of predictions from the Direct, which turned out to be true, but everything else is just predictable. Half-Life 2 on Switch? Probably. It's probably going to happen. Mario Strikers roster being small at launch? Probably.
Yeah, that's
so
what they give me, yeah.
Nintendo's publishing an Encanto game developed by Bandai Namco. Reveal a schedule for May.
Don't tell me people fell. Don't you look at me like that, John. There's no way people fell for it. There's no fucking way people fell for that. You're lying.
That's specific. No one has predicted Encanto by Bandai Namco. So yeah, the whole reason for that was just to go out there. And if this account were to be long-term, I would not have specified May. I would have said, just started development. Because that gives me 2 years, 3 years. And in that time, if 3 years passes, and this account is still growing, and someone says, hey, where's Encanto? Who cares? Because this account would have already grown like 20,000, 30,000 followers, and most of those guys would be new people who don't remember the Encanto tweet.
Bro, he's literally relying on the internet just forgets after a week. Evil! And you guys, you think I'm evil? He's using the classic internet approach of give it 48 hours to a week, the internet just forgets. Tactical thing. This guy knows. Actually, I'm telling you, it's the strategy. I'm telling you, it's the strategy, chat, isn't it? If I get into some controversy, I'd probably address it because I think that's just the correct thing to do. But the dark and unethical but correct thing to do is just la 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 la. I didn't even hear it. That's just what you do on the internet because people will forget after 2 weeks, man. Or not even 2 weeks, just a week, 48 hours even, I would say.
And I could have just said, oh, it was cancelled. Had development trouble. So this tweet here was just to kind of raise the stakes, but it wouldn't have mattered if Encounter never came out, because I don't think anyone would have cared. And if they did care, they'd be in the minority, because everyone else is just feeding into my hands for my rumours. Mario and Luigi...
Evil! Look at this man's eyes. There is evil in those eyes.
Superstar Dreams is coming. So at this point, I was done. Waddle Dee Knows was completely finished, and I was just going to leave this account until morning. But then, I noticed some news sites reported on this account. They were saying this guy got the direct right, and he's saying GoldenEye's coming, and as are Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. And I went... No! I frankly expected better. I thought they would verify this, I thought they'd try and get in touch, or they'll just look at it and say it's just some Twitter account. We have these all the time. Let's wait. This guy specified...
Could you show... I would love it if you could show us. Because, like, in the beat-em-ups thing, like, the journalists referenced the, you know, his leak or rumor, if you fucking wanted to call it that. But, like, they made it very clear that it was a rumor. So as far as I'm concerned, if the journos picked up on this, but made it very clear that it was a, you know, it was a leaker post hoc, I don't really see much of an issue with that, personally. Like, I suppose, you know, journalistic integrity should have reached out. I do think as a journalist, you should make an attempt to reach out. But I think as long as they made it clear, I don't see too much. It'd be like a slap on the wrist offense. As a journalist, you should reach out to the source to see if you can get further comment. But as long as they made it clear, this is a rumor, this is not credible, this is just some guy, I don't really see too much wrong with it personally. But continue.
Look at it and say it's just some Twitter account. We have these all the time. Let's wait. This guy specified Encounter's coming in May. Let's wait until May. And if Encounter doesn't come, ignore him. If it does, then report on him. But no, unfortunately,
Daily News Cycle, man.
On. And this actually got me annoyed. It got me quite a bit annoyed. And
how so?
So when I revealed the account was a fake, I actually kind of called out an outlet. And I'm sorry, I actually do apologize for that. It wasn't necessary.
No, don't apologize. If they were shit, then you don't need to apologize. Can I see it? Which one was it?
But hopefully, doing that has made them think more in the future.
Which one was it?
Shouldn't happen again.
Oh, is he not going to tell us? I wanted to see what they reported so that I could see for myself. Like, how bad was it, personally? I don't even mean it's like a call out. You could like censor the name of the outlet or whatever. I just wanted to... What was the headline? Like, how bad was it?
And even if I didn't handle it the best way, I do think it did some good, because this account was just an experiment. This account was never meant to last more than a day. But someone...
I think they don't show it because they don't like starting drama. I mean, I get it, but like, is it drama though? Like, if it was so important that you had to call them out, surely you would show it so that we, the viewer, could know? Like, that's my logic anyway. Like, you literally said you called them out. So why not show us to see, so we could verify as the viewer, was your call out correct or not? We can like verify it as well. You know? If anything, I'd say that's probably the correct thing to do. If he didn't call them out and, like, wanted to keep them hush-hush, then fair. But, like, he already publicly called them out, so why not show us so that we could see if your call-out, like, matched or if it was, no, you were a bit wrong for this. I want to be able to verify too, personally, but sure.
Someone else could have done this. Someone else could have lasted for years doing this thing. And if news outlets reported on them repeatedly, that would have caused damage. That would have been long-term damage. Whereas this... didn't cause any damage to any companies, any developers, and if anything, it's just kind of set an example. So in the future, when people try this, people on forums, on Twitter, reporters on news outlets, I think they will go, huh. Remember Waddle Dee Knows, though?
Yeah, that's actually a good point, though, what he says here, in that if there was going to be an instance of a gaming outlet going, look at this leaker, I think it probably it serves a good lesson, but doesn't like do damage the same way beat 'em ups potentially did, right? It's like, for example, I do cybersecurity, right? And I like do a test on my employees, and I send them like a phishing link, right? That I would say that's not a bad thing because hey, you're now teaching. It was a fake phishing link that if you clicked on, hey, now you know, dipshit, don't click random things in emails, right? I think probably did the leaker equivalent of that. Does that make sense? I think that's probably what he did. He showed what a leak account does and looks like the same way beat 'em ups did, but did it in a much smaller scale, much better way. That any damage that could be caused is very much mitigated because you could just he didn't do it for a long span of time. First he did it post hoc, right? He predicted the direct before it happened, and he deleted the tweets, basically, that sort of thing. So any outlet reporting it, he could just go, hey, dipshit, this was fake, what are you talking about? And it like makes them think in the future, okay, maybe I shouldn't Maybe I shouldn't go to accounts that predicted it and be like, these guys are messiahs or something, you know? I think it's a way to show outlets to not believe everything they see without doing any massive damage. And that's what I respect about this the most, you know? Yeah, like I said, it's the gaming equivalent of sending your employees a fake phishing link. If they don't click it, well done. They're amazing. If they do, you can teach them, hey, motherfucker, don't be dumb next time.
Remember how that went? And that was what I wanted to happen. I didn't want news outlets to get involved, but I wanted people on forums just to kind of use this as a reference for the future. So while it went further than I wanted it to, I'm still happy with the result. I still think this was a good outcome. And the responses are all great. I mean, I lost around 600 followers, but 1,369 stuck around. And many people call this one of the best insider accounts, so thank you. This was the story of Waddle Dee Knows. It's ridiculously easy to pretend to be an insider, to pretend to know something. So if you see this kind of account in the wild, and you're thinking, should I believe this?
If anything, I'm glad I watched this, because now I'm educated, right? I didn't know that's... You see this thing? I don't know how many of you guys knew this was a possibility, where he just privately... Let me show. Can I get a still? Where like you just privately show every single thing, privately type like 100 million things, then delete all of the ones that weren't correct and leave them all public to indicate, oh, look at me, see, I predicted it. I genuinely did not know this was an approach that you could do. So I feel like I got educated, which I think was the part in the beat-em-ups video I was sorely lacking. Everything about that was just social, like, psychology 101. It wasn't 101, it was 1.001. Jesus Christ. It was terrible. And yeah, notice he also didn't claim he's going to stop leaks or not. He's not coping with the traction on this. Exactly. Like, it also comes off as a lot less egotistical. And I think the beat-em-ups drama was pretty over-exaggerated, but it's definitely more tasteful. Fair enough. I respect that. 1409, thank you. I see, because I saw you guys discussing it in the Discord where you guys were like, I think Moresty was a bit exaggerating. Personally, I think the only part of my beat-em-ups coverage I would say I maybe exaggerated a bit was when I said, oh, like, he shouldn't be trusted for like 5 years or something. I definitely do think he shouldn't be trusted for a notable amount of time. Maybe a year, I would say. But I would say my overall approach, having slept on it a day later, I think I was rightfully annoyed. And even thinking back on it, I'm still annoyed. I'm like, you could have just watched this video. You could have just pointed your audience to this video instead of egoing out. Like, in the future, when it comes to gaming leaks, and if I want to talk about it, I'll literally link people to this video. This video is a masterclass of, like, how easy it is to fake leaks, what the leakers can do, how easy this sort of thing can spread. Like, I think this is a genuine journalistic good, and I'll give him a round of applause, honestly. Genuinely great work from GVG. My biggest issue, and why I agree on you, is that he's dragged other people into it. If it was just him, I would say it's the contrary. Yeah, like, and then those other people that were dragged into it unknowingly. If there was even a single bit of harassment given to, from what I heard, there was some Animal Crossing channels got like a lot of shit because they reported on a fake leak. Any single bit of harassment is, like I said, the subscribers are on his hands, definitely. It's his own fault. He should have accounted for that contingency. But GVG did. The moment an outlet reported on it, he immediately came out and said, hey, this is fake, dingus. So ethically sourced leakery.
So if you see this kind of account in the wild, and you're thinking, should I believe this? Shouldn't I believe this? I think the best move, wait for them to build up an accurate portfolio of rumors spanning multiple time spans. And if they are all correct, if they're like 95% correct, then yeah, you probably can believe them. But if they're wrong so many times, and only every now and then get it right, then, I mean, what's the saying? A broken clock is right twice a day,
yeah.
I frankly don't have any respect for these accounts. They're wasting everyone's time, they're lying to them, and they're leading them on. So, if there's an account just like this one, just like Waddle Dee Knows, please just move on from it. It's not worth your time.
It's not. But, listen, I am a chronic leak hater in the first place, so I agree with you. I agree with you, John. The video man agrees with me.
I think this experiment was a success. So
I would say so.
You've cemented yourself in Twitter history. Hopefully, you lead by example. He knows. But thank you for watching. I will never do this again. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm glad. Listen,
ethically sourced. Round of applause again. Amazing. Genuinely amazing stuff, honestly. What an awesome way of going about it. Someone did say, before we read the comments, someone did say the account is still up. So I guess we know the outlet, I think. Maybe if we look at the tweets or something. What's it? Let's see the account. Waddle Dee Knows. It's still up. It is still up. Oh my god. Industry insider working deep at Nintendo. Fuck, you know. Laying on real thick. Oh my god. Is there, what's it? Is it somewhere down there? Let's see if I can scroll and see if I can find it. A lot of people are seeing most trustworthy leaks. Final leak the day before the direct. Donkey Kong City by Nintendo EPD, directed by Donkey Kong City gamers. He predicted Donkey Kong City. It sees DK and friends that haven't had an adventure in years. K-Rool believes 2022 DK will be less experienced and easier to defeat than 1999 DK. K-Rool travels to 2022, but something goes wrong. DK Island gets warped in time. Different periods merge into one. One area is a realistic city with the traditional jungle elements like vines. The game is fully 3D and brings a new format to the series. Fucking hell. He predicted part of Bonanza anyway. Pikmin 4 is a new Pikmin made completely of liquid. It's called Fluid Pikmin. Fuck, you know. Several older games will get trailers. They won't say this, but the reason is for new retail prints. Oh my god. The narrator will say something like, have you played Super Mario Odyssey game? Even if you have, why not play again? Good lord, fucking Nintendo. Get out of here. Get out of here. Is it just Crash 4 but lightly plagiarized? I think it is. Is there a spot where I can see the outlet? Is it this one? Because the Jeff unrelated images. Is it this one? Hungry for some 4-player fun? I knew about this but was under NDA since Waddle Dees are in the game. Get out of here. Source like Nintendo leaked the next quarter year in Splatoon City is at 6 million units. I can link the tweet if that's all right. And if you're in the Discord, you can link the tweet to me. I'd love to be able to see it. Because I wanna see that before closing out this. I'll keep scrolling to take a look because I think this is pretty funny. Rethink new Zelda stuff. Switch quite isn't done with Smash in July. Oh my god, Smash 64 in July. Let's say GameCube fans will be happy with Mario Kart's second DLC with. Oh my god, Nintendo Direct will air on the 27th. Oh my god, Legends of the Depths of the Wild. Oh my god, yes. I understand why people love leaks now. I love this shit. Oh my god. A screenshot of this. Oh my god. You predicted a new Wario. Let's just say fans of a certain Nintendo franchise are going to be enjoying this Direct. Yeah, they're going to enjoy this Direct, guys. Why are you unfollowing me? I have more Miyamoto cereal facts. Oh my god. Oh, here gamers, I found it. This account was an experiment to see how easy it is to... Let me turn on the music a little bit. This account was a fake experiment to see how fake it is to fake it and... Can I read? This account was an experiment to see how easy it is to fake it and make it. Yeah, guessed everything in the Nintendo Direct, delete the stuff that didn't show up, and then I said weird shit to catch people off guard like Encanto and tell people what they want to hear with GoldenEye. Ow! I want to see how easy it was, but unfortunately it's very easy. 2K in 7 hours. VGC claimed to be an expert source, but a report on some Twitter account they didn't even attempt to verify. Hope this could be an example of not to trust faceless anonymous profiles. Or was it VGC News, yeah? A mysterious Twitter account revealed the most direct announcements 2 days before the presentation. An expert in video game news. I mean, is this headline necessarily bad? I mean, dog shit that they reported on it without reaching out as for a source. You know, expert source of video game news when you don't even go to the source. I don't think this, unless I could read the article. Can I read it? Is it linked somewhere? It is shoddy reporting, I'll give you that. But I don't think the headline necessarily misleads or clickbaits people. But still shoddy nonetheless, I would say. Still shoddy journalism. Thank you so much, Master. Listen, I like it. I'm gonna like that. I'm gonna like that dono because it's something that I want to see. So. I think he also talked about the Twitter trick before this video came out for Smash speculation. What's the Twitter trick? Is there a Twitter trick to Smash speculation? No, what's the replies? Does he know? does he know? Does he know, gamers? Do you have any info on Amazon Prime 4? First game's on 12 Splatoon copies. Any update on the Paddington level 5 thing? Anything about Xenoblade 4? I'm sorry. All these people falling for it is just funny to me. Hang on. No way. Once again, what do you knew? They could have announced anything and he'd be in the right. Is it true that holy fucking shit? Hang on. I want to see more. Pikmin. What about the Pikmin tweet? This is gonna get worse. I love it. Did you guys know? Oh, shut up, nerd. Nothing. Any news on the special edition Switch? Falling for it. Fell for it again. Gamers. Some people are falling for it. What about this one? Do people fall for it? Oh my god, he's doing it and then Ensues gonna fall for it. Unironically, I want this. Don't do this to me, John. Guys, you can actually get this up. Too many people waiting to know. Or Depths of the Wild. Did people fall for this? Fake news. Where's my Encanto, okay? Depths of the Wild to go hard. Source? Please tell me the single one's real. I can't wait for it. Gamers. I can't wait for it. Screenshot. Did any Warriors fall for this one? Oh, come on. Let me see it. New what? He fell for it. Oh, poor Hamzara. He fell for it. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Mario Strikers. Hang on. No, not that one. Is there a good one? Hang on, not Earthbound. Is there any replies to these ones? There's no replies to these ones. But yeah, it's just funny seeing people fall for it again. And that's why you don't trust leakers, gamers. You do not trust the leakerinos, alright? You don't trust them. Anyway, either way, GVG. Let's do some comments, shall we? Let's not round of applause firstly, but let's have a look at some comments, shall we? Let's have a look, gamers. Let's have a look. Phoenix Wright would never fall for leaks. I don't know. I think he'd fall extra hard for leaks, to be honest. I think he would. This is genuinely hysterical. I've had tons of people tweeting me after the direct thing. Did you know this one small account got everything right? And before I even looked up, this was in my sub box. Well done. Lol. Triple lol. Triple lol by Rogers Base. As a prominent director at Nintendo, I can confirm this 100% legit. Thank you so much, Shigeru Miyamoto 9612. This is amazing. True. I love that you did this. Bandy on the right side of history. Unlike, who was it? Was it Swiftjar? In the beat 'em ups one? Unbelievable. See, that's why we like Bandy in this house. That's why we like Nathaniel Bartholomew. Big fan of him. This is journalism. True. Can't believe you deceive people like that. Real. Amazing video. True. Actually true. I never thought it easiest to fake stuff. Thank you for bringing this to me. Literally true, honestly. I never really knew it was that easy to fake stuff. I actually feel like I learned something. Which is something another video should have done. Shadowy Switch's official Nuke Players report on who you were, but I respect you didn't call anyone out and didn't want to make anyone look like a fool. It's VGC. I can't believe it. I've always been against leaker culture, as the best game reveals are the ones you don't really expect, so I'm glad I'm starting to call them out. True! Fuck leakers, man. This was brilliant. Brilliant! Slow caps, gamers. Slow claps. RC Omni was the smash it. Listen. Don't at me. Listen. Don't at me about the Smash 4 fucking Rayman League, okay? I may or may not have fell for that, okay? Don't at me about that, okay? That's PTSD for me. I don't want to talk about the Smash 4 Rayman League, okay? That's a sour spot for me, okay? Do you know what annoys me about that as well? The fucking music it came with was fire. That's what annoys me the most, right? I love the little remix they did. Hang on, where's the music? There it is. That's what annoys me. It's fire, man. It's too good. Ready, go. We're all waiting for the bit, though. We're all waiting for the bit, chat. Hang on, where is it? We're all waiting for the bit, chat. Let's go! Chigali! Auto-reticle. You're mine. Wah, wah, wah! Pretty good. Hands off mine. Electroshock. That's it. Feel them. Listen, I would have hated you if the music wasn't fire, okay? I just want you to know. I just want you to know, Rayman leaker bastard. I would have hated you so much, but the music's fire, okay? He's only known for that leak now. He never tried to aim for... you know, sometimes in order to have a house staple, you have to have a couple of one-hit wonders, you know? Such is life. But either way, I think the comments are just going to be, this is amazing, which I'm going to like. Fascinating video, which I'm going to like. Amazing stuff. What I'll do, Rasputin is also there. Were you there for the Grinch leak? I was not there for the Grinch leak. That does not hurt me as much because I wasn't there for it. I would never have fallen for the fucking Grinch leak personally. But though, GVG, my closing thoughts are absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. And it just makes me even more annoyed that apparently Game Explained didn't fucking pay you guys. In which case, they need to burn to the ground, okay? Burn to the ground, hypothetically. I would never endorse anything of the sort, gamers. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, gamers? Why? I mean hypothetically, obviously. I mean hypothetically, clearly, gamers. GVG, one of the good ones, gamers. A real man never speaks ill of Jonathan. Jonathan Bartholomew. And we'll leave it there, gamers.